Hey guys, so during the Lantern Rite event, or rather the special program prior to the Lantern Rite event, several of you expressed an interest in having me react to these special programs. I usually just skim through them, I'm going to be honest with you. So yeah, we'll see how it goes just actually sitting here for 36 minutes and watching the entire thing. It is bloody early in the morning, but you know, I thought I'd get this out as soon as possible, so let's go.
Oh, it's you, Traveler. If I'm not mistaken, you must be in Mondstadt now to celebrate the Windblume Festival.
Oh god, no.
The fragrance of flowers
Really?
has already filled the air.
Bruh, I don't care about Windblume Festival.
I'm conducting some research. If you'd like to know what's in store for this year's Windblume Festival, oh, then you should watch the Genshin Impact version 3.5 trailer. Enjoy.
I mean, at least we'll get Albedo again, clearly, as a NPC.
Dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power that you covet?
This looks like it could be a Dainsleif chapter.
I've
Given the
never
vibe.
seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
You have a troubled look on your face.
Ooh, this looks interesting. It's with the mirror. It's very Harry Potter of you.
I think that he might have seen you.
It is Dainsleif. Okay, so someone was right about that.
It has not granted you the right to enter this place.
The greatest should never live to remember their fall.
Oh, of course, let me a Dehya story. I still don't know hate them story, but okay. The unbridled daughter of the desert. I actually haven't looked at your moveset, Dehya, so hopefully they reveal that in this special program. Oh, so she uses her fists as her burst. Or at least her elemental skill. Yeah, I don't care about
I'll
Mika.
make every effort to navigate us safely and report intel on the enemy.
I think your hair looks silly.
Precision strike!
Okay, so uses a hand crossbow. That's cute.
Let's keep going, team!
But he still has a book. Wait, and he uses a polar? What? You're confusing me, kid. You've used 3 weapons thus far. What? But Colley's back.
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean,
Wait,
it's
what?
understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
What are you guys doing
Because it
here?
is the true great Vayu Viastra.
That's it. Think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt beyond all hope of repair.
Interesting though. I understand my Colley's there because she's in the manga in Mondstadt, but I didn't realize that other people would be coming. All right, that's a code. I've already redeemed it, so let us hasten along. But yeah, interesting that people's speculations about there going to be a Dainsleif chapter because we weren't going to get another Archon chapter were correct, and I'm quite pleased that we're going to get some progression. I'm also going to take note here, the way his scarf folds beautifully here so his butt is on display. That's some interesting attention to detail. Anywho, moving on to Albedo. He's going to chat to us some more by the looks
Hey,
of
what's
it.
good, travelers? Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.5 special program.
Yo.
I'm Koidao, the voice of Albedo, chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius.
But you don't quite
And
sound the
today,
same when you're not
as
being
you all can
Albedo.
see, I am joined by...
Hey, wait, that's my intro. That's what I
Yep.
usually say.
Mm-hmm.
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar, the voice of the male
Oh, the
traveler.
clapping's cute.
Ether.
What's up, everybody? I'm Amber May, and I voice Dehya. And to match Albedo's long and official-sounding title, I'm gonna introduce her as Sumeru's legendary Aramite mercenary, the Flame Mane.
That sounds really cool. I like that.
Yeah, I really like that title.
Thanks, y'all.
And it just so happens that today is Amber's first time joining us on the special program.
Well,
Yes,
of course it is.
and I am
Why would she have
super
been on here
excited
before?
To be here. And the little cheapy Dehya, she's so cute.
She is very cute.
I can't wait to go over everything that's coming.
I also don't normally watch these types of special programs. I watch like the big event ones, like the one we just had previously, like the big ones. I don't normally watch the ones with the chibis, so this is interesting.
To version 3.5. I'm so psyched.
Totally, and I know all our travelers out there are also super excited, so why don't we kick things off by starting with our first new playable character for version 3.5, Dehya.
Yes, give me a
Starting with
breakdown of
Dehya.
her
Let's
skills,
go.
please.
Yeah. Okay, so it's taken a while, but she is finally here.
That's right. And even though she's technically a new playable character, we've already seen Dehya in the game for a while now, and she's even become a good friend of ours. She was pretty active throughout the Sumeru storyline and helped us get through some pretty tough moments.
Boring things
so
like
next,
this.
we'll let Amber do the honors and introduce this character for everyone.
Thanks, Zach. As you mentioned, a lot of players might already feel familiar with Dehya's character. Even though she might appear carefree and casual, she actually possesses amazing skills and is really professional.
So you're insinuating that if she's carefree, she can't have skills? Why are they mutually exclusive?
Already made a name for herself as one of the strongest members among the Eremites. And even in the midst of danger, she has an uncanny ability to make others around her feel safe, you know?
Right? It seems like no matter what kind of situation we're in, as soon as Dehya appears, everybody can relax, knowing...
And one thing I've never liked about Dehya's design is her hair doing this, like, ear thing. I've never understood it. Like, you're not a cat. You're not an animal person like the other people in Genshin. Why does your hair have to look like that? It looks silly.
...that we're in good hands. Is that what Dunyarzad feels like having her around? I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with Dehya all the time.
And now that Dehya will be available as a playable character, travelers will have a chance to learn a lot more about her.
That's right. So let's watch some clips of Dehya. You might find that she's a little bit different.
I'm so going to start skipping through these chibis. They are taking way too long.
One simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss. Let's get it on! Hi!
Oh, so she brings in the Claymore and disappears it just in some other attacks as well. Interesting. But she's very much a single target.
Was that... Did she have a flip phone? Do they have phones in Sumeru?
Dude, it's a mirror.
No, that's actually her makeup box. She uses it to keep her makeup fresh, you know, even when she's out on the job. In fact, she's always looking for a chance to go shopping for accessories with Candace.
Interesting.
Really? I don't
so
see Candace
got
being
a
interested.
more, like, I want to say, refined side to her too. I feel like that's not really a common thing among, like, merc types, you know?
Yeah, the mercenary lifestyle can be pretty rough, but she's not always on the job. She lets another side of her character show when she's off the clock, you know?
Okay. I see. But I'm sure what everyone wants to know now is what her abilities are.
I know that all the 5 stars have their own animations, and I'm just looking at hers here. Hers require her to get very low. Her legs are always quite bent close to the ground. Well, we're going through the abilities, so you'll see it again, but that seems to be the staple of her personal animations. She gets real low.
Like in a fight.
Right.
Yeah, did you see her punch stuff?
See, watch her legs. She gets so low.
Dehya wields a claymore in combat and carries a pyrovision.
Okay, I'm going to read through this. I don't know if they're going to cover it or not. When an opponent within a fiery sanctum field... Don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, that's the name of the ability. Okay, so the ability is Fiery Sanctum. Meh. The field will unleash a coordinated attack dealing AoE pyro damage. Active characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased. And when such characters... Oh, that would be nice for Yanfei or a Catalyst caster. When such characters take damage, a portion of that damage will be mitigated and borne by Dehya. Don't know that I like that. I don't want her taking extra damage. Upon using her elemental burst, Dehya enters the blazing lioness state. In this state, Dehya will continuously unleash her flame mane's fists and cast roaring barrage, dealing pyro damage.
She uses fiery attacks to leave enemies smoldering in her wake. Literally smoldering.
Ooh, fiery. Yeah, just like her.
Totally. In battle, Dehya uses her elemental skill to create a fiery sanctum field. When an
I can see the barrier.
the field takes damage, it'll unleash a coordinated attack,
so you read
dealing AoE pyro damage to them.
Nice. So
actually,
like
did you notice the boundary moved? Let's go back. So look at the boundary. As she attacks, it keeps expanding.
When an opponent
See,
within the
she attacks
field
again,
takes
and it goes further back.
it'll unleash a
She attacks,
coordinated
she attacks,
dealing AoE pyro
and then
damage to
boom.
them.
Look at that, it
Nice.
moves.
So,
See,
looks
AoE
like
moves.
this ability will be really good for swapping characters and creating elemental reactions.
Yeah, I
Also,
did notice that. That'd be
active
cool.
characters within this field have their resistance to interruption increased. And when such characters take damage, a portion of that damage will be mitigated and taken by Dehya instead.
She's so brave.
You know, I'm kind of worried that Dehya could easily find herself in a tough spot.
Don't worry too much. There's a limit to the amount of damage that Dehya can take for her teammates.
Okay.
Besides, when her own HP is low, she can also rely on her own passive talent to recover HP.
What?
Sounds like Dia's pretty tough.
And
has
she
a
has boundaries.
passive talent to
which
heal?
is healthy.
Well, she
Here we go.
is kind of a legendary mercenary. I think that comes with the job. All right, let's move on to her burst. When Dehya unleashes her elemental burst, she casts her claymore aside and enters the blazing lioness state.
Rawr.
Epic.
While in this state, Dehya will use her fists to unleash quick attacks on her opponents, dealing considerable pyro damage. When the skill's duration ends, she will finish it with a stylish flying kick. Ha!
Nice.
Yeah, nice, right? And last but not least, she has an exploration talent. During the day, which is from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., the movement speed of party members is increased.
Hey!
Yeah, no, that makes sense, lore-wise, since she's one of the strongest mercenary from the desert.
I like how it's not
I guess
restricted to the
keeping
desert.
base up even under the scorching sun is just another day on the
Beautiful.
job for her.
Good reason for her to be my
Totally.
active character.
Everyone might be familiar with her strong and bold character, but her closer
Manticora.
friends know that after she's had a few rounds, she'll start to get into some more emotional topics. In her story quest, Manticora chapter, the Traveler and Dehya work to solve some trouble Dehya's mercenary group is facing. In the process, we'll learn more about Dehya's backstory and
Well, of course
uncover
we
some
will.
things that have been buried in the past.
Well, of course,
Oh,
that's what
another
the stories are
familiar
for.
face, Dunyarzad, will also be making an appearance in the quest.
Okay,
So,
makes
be
sense.
sure to look forward to that.
Oh, heck yeah.
They're pretty
so when
connected.
will Dehya be available in the game?
Good question. Okay, so event wishes
Auric
for version
Blaze.
3.5.
Ah, and
In
Sino's
the
going
early
with her.
part of the new version,
Okay.
both Dehya and Sino will be available with their own event wishes. Oh, and as a reminder to our travelers out there, Dehya will not be an event-exclusive character. After the version 3.6 update, which, to be clear, is the one after this upcoming 3.5 update, she will become available in the standard wish. And as for weapons, the 5-star Claymore,
So if you miss
Beacon
her,
of
you
the
can get her in
Reed
future,
Sea,
easily.
will
Ish.
be available in the version
Asterisk.
3.5 weapon event wish.
Okay, so what kind of ugly weapon do I have to give her?
And Faruzan's very own hangout quest
I
will also be
despise
added
the
in version
hangouts.
3.5.
But I want to know more about
if
Faruzan.
travelers are interested in getting to know more about one of Sumeru's
I know nothing about her.
oldest
She's
researchers,
been in no quests.
then you definitely won't want to miss this.
I know nothing about
In
you.
the hangout, travelers will not only be able to see more about the differences between the academia's various schools of thought, but you'll also get to know more about Faruzan's personality and background.
Which is what I
She
want
is
because I know
such an
nothing.
interesting character, so I'm sure her hangout will be equally entertaining.
Dude,
be
they
sure
all
to check
suck.
it out.
Oh, I will. In version 3.5, travelers can also expect an all-new Archon quest titled Kari Bear, which will continue our
for
story
foreign
as we
pronunciation?
search for our
Sure.
sibling. In this quest, travelers will not only meet Kaya in Sumeru, but will also be joined once again.
Wait, Kaya's going to be in Sumeru? I know some of you have talked about Kaya's eyes, and they're similar to Dainsleif's. And so there's some sort of speculation that he has some sort of Kanria connection, which I don't really understand how that works. But interesting that you've got Kaya coming to Sumeru in a Dainsleif quest. So that's intriguing.
By our mysterious friend, Dainsleif.
Ooh, yes.
And I'm always happy for more Kaya because he, after you finish Mondstadt, he's just got no point to the story, just like all the other Mondstadt characters. Like, they rarely bring out all of the Mondstadt characters, so this will be good.
If I remember correctly, Kaya is also a descendant of Conria.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I'm just curious what'll happen if, those two meet or something.
Ooh,
I'm very
you're
intrigued.
right. That'll be interesting.
Also, what was it? Kari Bear? Kari Bear? Isn't that, sounds like the name of a sandwich.
Actually, Kari Bear happens to be the name of a very important role in this storyline,
okay.
and a lot of events in the story will be unfolding around this character. As travelers progress through the story, we'll learn more about Conria and the Abyss. We'll uncover more
Brilliant.
about what happened in the
That's what we bloody
past
need.
and even learn some secrets behind the founding of the Abyss Order.
Thank God.
Also, travelers
need
will
more.
find themselves facing a powerful new Abyss Herald at
Okay, now this dude looks super cool. I'm not really a helmet person, but I'm quite liking his helmet design, including the little jewel here and the little like tiara front. Pretty awesome shoulder pads here. They're not really pauldrons because they kind of go up. They're not protecting your shoulders. Don't know that I like those, but you know, it comes with the territory. And then this whole situation down here. I like this. I mean, your shoes look massive, sir. You must have real big feet. Or maybe it's just because they're pointy. You got put a little extra in the end for the point. But yeah, this design looks great.
as well as a new Black Serpent Knight.
I'm far less excited for that. But look how massive those weapons are.
So be careful, Koi.
Oh, is
as well as a new
helmet?
Black Serpent
It's very Lord of the Rings.
Knight. So be careful, Koi.
Why is everything gotta sound so scary? Why can't he be the Black Serpent friend?
Wielding
It
those
just
axes?
feels like every
You
time
must be
Conria
joking.
crops up in the story, we learn a little bit more about the world of Tevat.
That's the point, isn't
what
it?
else can you tell us, Zach?
You know, I can't say much more about the story. You're just gonna have to play through it yourself, Koi.
Well, maybe
Just
you
play
can
through
maybe you can just, whisper it in my ear, like my little chibi ear right here.
Yeah, you know, I could, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, fine. Looks like we have a lot of story content to look forward to in the new version.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Aren't we forgetting something or
Windblume?
someone?
Oh, nope. You know, I didn't forget. We have a second playable character landing in version 3.5.
Oh, that's what you meant.
And he's actually from Mondstadt.
Yes, Mondstadt! Okay, you guys ready? Cause we finally made it to Mika.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if
feel-
everyone remembers this young member rising through the ranks of the Knights of Avonius.
Yeah, I'm not interested
but
in Mika
we have
at all.
seen him before.
Yeah, I remember he was the one who read the Grandmaster's letter during Vine Lacefest.
Aw, he kind of looks like a little prince. Kind of cute.
No,
Yeah, he does
really
have
not.
that kind of vibe. And since he's from Mondstadt, I think we can let Koi introduce this one.
It would be my pleasure. Mika is currently the Knight's most active cartographer and plays an important role in Eula's reconnaissance company. Even though he lacks social skills like Zack and doesn't appear to be particularly strong, Mika is meticulous in his work and maintains a good working relationship with his colleagues. He's also capable of fully understanding his leader's commands, which is pretty useful.
Yeah.
And his leader is Eula, right?
That is correct. The interesting thing is that he's able to understand Eula despite her awkward way of speaking, and will even assist her with communicating with other units.
Whoa, respect.
Indeed. Over time, Mika has gradually become a very reliable member who could handle a variety of tasks and errands. But why am I telling you when we could just, watch a quick trailer and see what else we can learn about Mika?
Yeah, let's watch the trailer.
Woohoo!
Trailer time!
Verifying our current position, measuring distance to target area. All right, I've recorded the terrain conditions.
So he must be a pylon user then. And
Providing cover fire.
the bow's just a cute little extra. No, because you can still aim.
Leave the wounded to me.
And he's got a callus. What's his actual weapon? You gotta equip him with something,
Who gave this child a crossbow?
right?
That's just what I want to know. I mean, I guess since he was deployed as part of Grandmaster Varka's expeditionary force, it was him? I don't know. But anyway, his exceptional performance helped him gain the Grandmaster's trust, and he even taught him a couple of things. This training no doubt helped Mika develop a certain level of combat prowess, even if he himself wasn't aware of it.
Ooh.
For
The
example,
Targlia uses two
even though
weapons, but you only
swords
equip
tend
one.
to be the weapon of choice among the Knights of Avonius, Mika uses a spear and a crossbow, which is a result of his combat instruction with Grandmaster Varka. His mentorship and focus on flexibility helped Mika find a combat style that is more suited to a little guy like himself.
Huh.
I like
Shakes it
that
up
it's
a little bit.
unique.
Yeah. The Grandmaster seems to think outside of the box, and having a mentor like him will definitely be a big asset for Mika as he continues to grow.
For sure. All right, let's check out Mika putting his variety of skills to use in combat. As a support role for the Knights of Avonius, Mika has learned a variety of methods for assisting his teammates in combat. When he uses his elemental skill, he'll attack the enemy with his crossbow, increasing his teammates' attack speed and physical damage.
Heck yeah.
And when
wow,
he uses
Yumi
his
went very
elemental
quickly.
burst, Mika recovers HP for his teammates and gives them a special status effect.
He's a cryo healer? Okay. I'm actually going to read this because they just skipped through that entire paragraph. When his elemental skill hits multiple opponents, so useless if you have only one single target, the Soulwind state will grant, that's from E, characters a detector effect, increasing their physical damage when they're on the field. Mika's elemental burst can restore HP for all nearby party members and grant the Eagle Plume state. When the normal attacks of active characters affected by Eagle Plume hit an opponent, Mika will help them regenerate HP. So you literally get healed for attacking, not just for standing. So that's interesting. I mean, I kind of like Jean's version where you just stand there and you get HP. It's easier to come by. Especially if an enemy moves outside your range, like those teleporty electro ladies, Fatui ladies, and they keep eating out of your area of effect spells. So it's quite handy for Jeans that you can just stand there and just dodge attacks to heal and then go find the enemy. Whereas with Mika's, it looks like you're screwed because there's nothing to attack. And also multi-target, but you know.
Want to guess what it does?
What?
Tell us.
This status causes teammates to regenerate HP whenever their attacks hit an enemy.
Ooh, that's helpful.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
James is
no,
still
Mika
stronger.
spends a lot of time working in the wild, and he's developed the necessary survival and adventure skills. When Mika is on the team, the location of nearby resources unique to Mondstadt will display on the minimap, increasing the team's ability to find necessary resources while adventuring.
Yeah, but who's adventuring
yeah,
in
I can see he has a
Mondstadt?
lot of support skills.
Yeah, it's always good to have
I'm
a
not even-
reliable member on the team.
Not going back to
So,
Mondstadt.
Let's talk about the event wishes
Ah,
for the
Eva
later
and
part of
Shinha are
version
both rerunning.
3.5. Travelers
Okay.
can expect to see Kamisato Ayaka and Shunhe returning with rerun event wishes alongside Mika. So if you'd like to add Mika to your team, then you definitely won't want to miss this.
This is a
Great.
cryo
We've already covered a
phase.
lot of content, so let's take a quick break here before we dive into some other version 3.5 reveals.
Sounds good. It's time for another redemption code. Everyone ready? And code incoming.
Redemption code.
So when does this drop? I know it's early March. I'll probably have to look that up. I thought it should be around the 1st of March-ish, but I don't know if that's a Wednesday. So whatever the Wednesday of that week is. I'm not going to bring up my calendar right now because I'm in the middle of watching a video. But yeah, maybe they'll mention it at the end. Maybe, if we're lucky.
Welcome back, everyone.
We're
Next,
only
we'll be
halfway
covering
through.
the events coming our way in version 3.5.
Oh,
As you
look at
can
that
see,
claymore.
The main event
Lol.
will be the Windblume Festival.
I'm not equipping that on Dehya.
There's nothing
Or
like the
Beto.
soft Mondstadt
No.
breeze on your face.
So true, so true. I'm sure many of you are already familiar with the festival. With time, it has become an important celebration of freedom and love for the people of Mondstadt.
I'm going to read this as well because they're not going to read it. Windblume's breath, the honeyed scents of the Windblume Festival are wafting upon the winds again. During this festival of unparalleled romance, why not come to the city upon the lake for a spell and learn to follow the floral fragrances riding the winds of freedom? From a note most accidentally discovered, embark again on a journey most fantastical. Embark again. Why again? What are we repeating? I don't know. I keep using spell in dialogue at work and everyone just looks at me weird because they don't understand this phrasing. It's rather frustrating.
During the festival, people give fresh flowers to the ones they love and follow the important tradition of offering their Windblume to the Animo Archon. Kale, who's now been cured of Elazar, will once again make her way to this nation of freedom during this romantic
her.
and colorful festival.
Aw, I want to go.
Cool.
Aw.
Excited to see her.
Just noticed these
Well,
two.
it gets spicier because
So adorable.
accompanying her for the trip is Tainari and Sino.
Ooh, interesting.
No, I think it's actually more, not Tigdari, but I'm more interested in the fact that Sino has come. He's left his post of Mahamatra of Sumeru and he's come all the way to Mondstadt. That's interesting.
It feels unusual to see them all come to Mondstadt.
Right? It's like all our friends from Sumeru took a field trip. Kale will be playing an important role in this storyline, and upon arriving in Mondstadt, she finds a mysterious prophecy in a book.
A prophecy?
They must complete the 4 pieces of the prophecy in order to light the lantern of utmost joy and receive a supreme blessing.
Okay, so
From who?
I'm assuming this supreme blessing would do something like granting your wish, right?
That's right. In the course of helping Kale find leads about the prophecy, travelers will get to know more about Kale's background and see how she's grown to be the person we know and love. Of course, we'll also be meeting lots of familiar faces throughout the event, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of smiles as we reunite with some old friends.
Right on.
Gotta say, that's the only thing I usually like about Windblume. Is just the fact that you see your NPCs again, or your friends. I've never really liked a Windblume.
Oh, sweet. Sounds like
I
we'll
don't
be
like the
making some
minigames.
great memories in this one. Oh, by the way, did you two notice Dehya standing in the background there? And there's a girl with him.
Nice.
I actually had
How
wondered
did
if
you
it was
notice
her,
him?
but I
Such
couldn't look at him.
NPC vibes, just kidding.
couldn't tell.
Yes, Timaeus will be playing an important role in this event, other than standing too close to the crafting table. But as for who the...
You're not wrong. Anytime you got to use that bloody crafting table, you've got to make sure that you're interacting with the table and not Timaeus, because he is too close to the crafting table.
girl standing next to him is... We'll have to play through the story and see.
Well, it does say it's about a festival of unparalleled romance, so it makes sense that you have a character engaging in romance. And then it also makes sense, because you have Albedo and Sucrose here, that Timaeus would be involved.
Ooh.
If they're appearing in an event like Windblume, then it looks like it'll be a romantic story, am I right?
Like I said, we'll see. Oh, in addition to the festival storyline, the Adventurers Guild will also be preparing some fun events for our travelers to participate in
Super.
and experience the holiday vibes.
I can't
There will
wait.
be 3 available game modes: Floral Pursuit, Ballads of Breeze, and Breezy Snapshots.
Yes.
Ugh.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Wait, you're
is
inside
correct.
the library? How
In
on earth
Floral
did
Pursuit,
Lisa agree to
travelers
this?
will need to continuously collect bloom balloons to increase their score. After collecting a set amount of balloons, the next area will unlock, and once you've collected a specific number of bloom balloons in the final area, a ring of pursuit will appear. Touch the ring to leave the area and complete the challenge. And in each area, travelers will also encounter ersatz balloons that pursue you. If you're caught by an ersatz balloon, you will lose 1 pursuit point and be returned to the start point of that area.
What is this, Pac-Man?
Ooh, scary.
So,
That's what code Pac-Man is. Wasn't there a code found in the game recently where it was using the name Pac-Man, but no one could figure out what it was? It must be for this. This is Pac-Man.
we'll probably need to avoid those. And the travelers will be able to enjoy Floral Pursuit in single-player mode or tackle challenges along with their friends in co-op mode.
Wow. Looks like that'll be fun. What's next?
Well, let me ask you, Amber, do you like rhythm games?
Yes.
I thought you would, because the next thing is a
Oh, it's
rhythm
Lizzie
game.
again.
It's called Ballads of Breeze. This time, travelers will be able to choose from 3 different instruments and
Zither,
use their
please,
instrument
yes.
of choice to play through the song challenges.
Absolutely would be using the
Nice.
zither. That is
And will
not a
that
zither.
actually affect the sound they hear in the game mode?
Was
Through
half
the
an
song
option?
challenges. 3
Oh, that's a liar.
different instruments and use their instrument of choice to play through the song challenges.
Nice. And will that actually
Oh
affect the
my
sound
God.
they hear in the game mode?
Yep, the
That
instrument
is-
they hold and play will be different.
Ah, cool. I see.
I'm going to be appalling at
While
this.
performing a song,
So
different
quick.
notes will appear on the screen. When a note falls on the decision line, press the decision line to score points. The amount of points scored will vary depending on your timing, and a rank will be awarded according
at least
to
this
the
is only
amount
using
of
2
points
notes, so
scored,
actually that's quite
and
simple.
You'll be
You-
able to claim the
there we
corresponding
go. Now
rewards.
we've-
Sweet.
Oh,
moved.
and as with previous iterations of the game, there will be a function to calibrate the input delay of your device
I
and
love
adjust
that.
the decision line, which
mean,
will improve the overall
mine wasn't
experience.
perfect, but yeah,
just
it
in case
definitely
you're
helps.
Playing on your toaster. Oh, and for travelers who are interested in getting a little deeper into the game, an editing mode will be available again for players
What?
to create their own beat maps, which can then
Yes.
be shared for other
Oh my
travelers to
God.
challenge.
Ah, can't wait. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of rematches.
No.
You're on.
And finally, we have Breezy Snapshots, which will have travelers once again making use of their trusty camera.
Super.
Travelers will be given photography targets and will need to travel to the corresponding locations to snap some photos and receive rewards.
Click, click, just
So
for
we
my
did
photo
that
album.
back in...
Beautiful. During the
Leah?
Windblume Festival event, travelers will have the chance to obtain an exclusive 4-star claymore weapon called Mailed
Yep.
Flower.
I'm sorry, kid, but I cannot see me using that abomination on any of my characters. I mean, it looks cute by itself, but it's not going to look cute on any of my Claymore users. Can you imagine DeLuke running around with that shit? Absolutely not.
Aw, nice. I like it. Really fits the theme.
It's not going to fit
Right?
you, though.
Yeah, pretty flowers. I love them. I
Rexy
really
color
hope
scheme.
travelers will enjoy all the different games that the event has to offer and join the people of Mondstadt for the festive atmosphere.
Definitely. I can already feel the Windblume's breath.
Anyway, next we have another event also taking place in Mondstadt called Spices from the West Northerly Search.
That's right. Some of you may remember that there was a Sumeru scholar we helped once when we were in Liyue. Apparently her research gained the attention of Lord Sangamabe, you know, Dory, and now she's received additional funding.
I have no recollection of this, but I will assume I have done it. A familiar face has shown up at Good Hunter. Wait, you said we encountered the Sumerian researcher in Liyue, so she's now made her way to Mondstadt. Help her complete her research and find rewards shall be yours.
This time, the scholar has come to Mondstadt to find people to assist her research and taste test some special dishes with seasoning.
Oh, if she's got Dory's backing, then she should have all the Mora she'll ever need.
That sounds really nice. So what can we expect this time around?
Right, so the gameplay for this event will be pretty similar to last time. After we start creating the seasoning, we'll need to add
this
the ingredients to
one.
the pot in the right order.
I
by
don't
hitting the
remember her,
button
but I remember
as the
this.
needle points to the corresponding ingredient.
Yep.
That's gonna destroy my whole brain.
However, we have a limited amount of attempts, so we need to add all the required ingredients with as few mistakes as possible.
Oh no.
More seasoning recipes will gradually unlock throughout the event period.
I'm sure this won't be too hard for travelers that are familiar with cooking their own dishes.
Oh yeah, I always cook. I cook all the time, yeah.
Sure.
I know what you are.
Travelers can add their completed seasonings to delicious dishes to obtain fragrant dishes. We can also invite characters to taste test the fragrant dishes in the Serenity Pot to increase their companionship experience. After they taste a dish, we can hear their responses,
But
which will
companionship
vary
XP
based
gets
on the
us nothing
character's
in
personal
life.
preferences. This will test how well travelers understand each character's personal taste.
Oh no, that's gonna hurt my feelings. No, because even if it's a fragrant dish, that doesn't mean that every character is going to like it.
Does the fragrant spice being added to the food have no actual benefit except that you're able to give it to your companions in the Serenity Pot? Other than that, it has no tangible benefit to like combat or healing like food normally does. Because that kind of sucks. I mean, I don't use food anyway, but that kind of sucks.
Too much salt. For our next event, we will be heading back to the lands of Sumeru. For those of you who remember the Beast Tamers tournament, this next event is related to that.
Okay.
However, the format will be pretty different from what you might expect.
But I like the previous
because the
format.
Wisdom Orb is still in its stages of theoretical research. It might be a while before our next competition.
Okay, but have you considered that I want it now?
I know, but don't worry. To keep discussion alive and the competition fresh in everyone's minds, the organizers have put together a new event to spread the word. They purchased the rights to Theater Mechanicus in Sumeru and incorporated some fungi elements to design a completely new game called Fungus Mechanicus.
Seems they're putting a lot of
Okay.
effort into promoting the competition.
Interesting.
That's right.
So what'll the rules be like for this event?
I'm gonna tell ya. In Fungus Mechanicus, we will be controlling pieces that look like fungi, aptly named little fungi. Our enemies will be Mechanici, which I'm sure many of you have seen before. The little fungi will automatically attack the nearest Mechanici, and travelers will be able to select the little fungi and control their movement or order them to attack a specific target. During the challenge, we'll need to command our fungi and defeat all the Mechanici to clear the stage and receive rewards.
Hey, wait, did you say we're gonna go up against the Mechanici that we were controlling in the previous Theater Mechanicus event?
What's wrong, Koi, huh? What's wrong?
What do you mean, what's wrong? They were our friends.
Look, They're attacking your little fungi now.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Can
they need
you
to die.
select
It's
them all
okay.
once?
By using
Can I
Marvelous
select them one
Jelly,
by one?
we can let our little fungi unleash their skills. Using these skills at the right moment is the key to achieving victory. Marvelous Jelly will be gradually restored over time.
I get that they're trying to show us the abilities by like clicking on each individual fungi and then clicking on the E ability. But oh my god, can you imagine having to do that during the combat rather than just using the keys for 1, 2, 3, 4, and E?
And Plauditory Protection will randomly appear during the challenge, granting an additional amount of jelly.
Looks like we'll need some strategy. Like, you have to plan out every move.
Of your betrayal.
Some familiar friends from the Beast Tamers tournament will be making an appearance too. Oh, do you guys remember Bongo Head and Twirly Whirly?
Yeah.
Travelers can feed their fungi Marvelous Jelly to interact with them too.
Ooh.
In addition to these events in Mondstadt and Sumeru, the upcoming version will also include the Vibro Crystal Verification Challenge.
Again, they don't read it, so I'll read it. An engineer from Fontaine, could be bloody anybody, has arrived at the outskirts of the chasm, it's been a while since I've been there, to study the harmonic motion between gems known as Vibro Crystals, in an effort to clear the name of his colleague, who had been accused of faking his data. Except we've been to the chasm and there were no Vibro Crystals, so that's interesting. Connect transmitter and receiver crystals and attempt to produce various effects that will allow you to defeat your foes with ease.
Event. An engineer from Fontaine has arrived at the
Are you
outskirts
actually going to
of
read
the
it?
chasm
You didn't
to
read the
study
previous
harmonic
one.
motion between gems known as Vibro Crystals and collect data in an effort to clear the name of his colleague.
Interesting. So he's helping out a colleague. What happened?
Well, apparently, after completing his Vibro Crystal research, Patrice returned to his home nation, but came under suspicion for faking his research data.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so now he's found someone.
That's weird though. Like, how can you prove that anybody's research is not faked in that same vein? How do you didn't witness it yourself, so how can you prove that anybody's research is correct?
Come to the chasm in his place and verify his findings.
Ooh.
Sounds like it isn't easy being an engineer in Fontaine. That's why I stick to beating up bad guys.
Nice.
Yeah, from the sound of it, we're still gonna have to fight here, too. In this event, travelers can connect transmitter and receiver crystals and attempt to produce various effects. Awarded medal.
There's a lot going on here with the crystals and effects. Can you give us more details?
Sure thing. I know it might sound a little complicated at first, but honestly, it's not too tough once you get the hang of it. The various effects are basically buff effects that we can receive during the challenge, and these effects are triggered by combining transmitter and receiver crystals. Transmitter crystals are the conditions for triggering the buff effect, and receiver crystals are the buff effect that occurs once those conditions are met.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
Yep. And to conduct the experiments, travelers will need to assemble 2 teams of characters, as well as the corresponding Vibro Crystal harmonic schema. Travelers will then carry out 2 rounds of combat, and for our newer players out there, there's no need to worry. The event will also provide trial characters to assist everyone in completing the challenge.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
It looks like this event will also be awarding different tiers of medals.
In that case, I'll aim for...
The highest tier?
The garbage can?
No. Just aiming for participation rewards. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
because
my
that's what you need for the
suggestion.
Primogems.
Amber, what else is there?
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, version 3.5 will also be featuring the classic ley line
That's
super
normal.
help.
Right, switching gears. In version 3.5, a limited time heated battle mode will be available in Genius Invocation TCG,
Okay.
which will feature some special rules.
Haven't played this
Nice.
since I first
So,
played it.
What are we looking at here?
Basically, this mode will be all about reducing the cost of elemental dice. So, the number of
really?
elemental dice required to play the first card from your hand every round will be reduced by 2.
Damn.
Also, the number of elemental dice required to use the first character skill each round will be reduced by 1.
Okay.
Yeah, from the
Okay.
sound of it, the pace of the game will be much faster.
Yeah, I like it. I hope all our Genius Invocation fans will enjoy it.
Last but not least, we have a system-related update. I think you'll like this one. After the version 3.5 update, the game will be adding additional rewards for completing Archon quests.
Oh.
Upon completing each Archon quest, travelers will receive 1 Intertwined Fate, along with a variety of other rewards.
Are we going to get them retrospectively for all the Archon quests we've already completed, or is this just going forward?
Once the update is complete, travelers can view the tour guide feature in the Adventurer's Handbook to claim the corresponding rewards.
Oh, it's doing all the old ones. Yes.
Fate.
Great.
And just don't forget to claim it after the version update. I kind of do that sometimes. And with that, let's get to today's last
doing all the old
redemption
ones.
code.
Redemption code, sounds good.
That's awesome. I love getting, wishes for no reason. I'm happy to get that.
I can't believe how fast that went. Like, we're already at the end of today's program.
I know, the whole thing just flew right by.
Yeah, it really did. So, Amber, how did you enjoy being on the special program?
I absolutely loved it. Like, I'm so hyped for this new version. I'm hyped for Dehya and Mika, and I'm a little biased, but yeah, I'm pretty hyped for Dehya. She looks super strong, and she just looks like she kicks butt, you know?
It's interesting how she sounds like Dehya in her normal life, but like Albedo does not sound like his voice actor, because Albedo speaks really slowly and like deliberately in the way he speaks, but his voice actor obviously doesn't speak like that. So like it's the right tone, but like it just doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm excited for all the new storylines, and yeah, I think it was a good idea to bring me on.
Oh my gosh. I am simultaneously
See, I'm
really
funny.
impressed and kind of livid.
Y'all
How
love
dare
me.
you?
It was so good.
I'm really excited for the little fungi. What? I am.
We all love the fungi, too.
They look
Yeah.
like fungus.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of cool new story content coming up, like Farazan's Hangout and Dehya's Story Quest, and also the whole Dainsliv Conria thing. That's gonna expand the world of Tevat.
That's right.
I'm pretty excited for all that stuff. What about
Yeah.
Windblume?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm super excited for all the Windblume events, and Dehya and Mika,
I think
of
the
course.
Dainsleaf part is the part
I
I'm
know
most
the rhythm
excited
game
about.
is coming back, so that'll be super fun, even though I am horrible at it.
Oh, that's okay. I'll teach you.
Okay,
'Cause
good.
we
yeah,
really
no, I
need
some,
more of a
I need
story.
some help, but I love rhythm games. I'm just not great at them. But yeah, no, it was awesome to have you both here on the special program.
Because technically we're over halfway. There are 7 lands and we're in the 4th land already. So we're over halfway, but I don't think we're even close to getting the full story. We're under halfway when it comes to storytelling for the main plot and the history of Camria. So we definitely need some more information to catch up.
And I hope everyone will enjoy all the new content coming our way in version 3.5. See you all in game. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
So, yeah, it's obviously no Lantern Rite. The Mondstadt festivals never are. They can't compete to the awesomeness of Lantern Rite, but there are some interesting things in there. Yeah, the Dainsleif story is going to be the most interesting. I like that we're finally getting Dehya. But, that Fungus Mechanicus looks interesting. I don't know how it's going to feel actually playing it, but it looks like it could be fun. I'm not too mad about that at all. What else did we have along here? I don't know about the Fontaine Engineer one. Not sure about that one. I may play the TCG again, just since they're doing some sort of special mode for it. And oh my god, I suck at the rhythm games. I mean, obviously I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to be good at it. So that should be interesting. I'm not really pumped for Mika. I don't like Mika, really. I mean, we've barely engaged with him, but I didn't find him an interesting character. Maybe we'll learn more about him eventually, and so he will become more likable to me, but on the face of it, he's really not. And also the Farazan hangout. I just said I really don't like the hangouts. They're kind of really boring, but I know nothing about his character. Haven't engaged with her in any way, shape, or form, so I might be tempted to do that just so I can find out more about her character. The same with Hazo. I had nothing for him until we finally got an event quest in Inazuma where we finally used him. I was like, oh, that's what you do. You're like an investigator. Okay, so you're like yellow. Like, so I probably should have done his hangout just to get more on him as well, because they just didn't really engage these characters in any other quests. So I might do Farazan's. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this release, this special program. But as I said, mostly for the Dainsleif chapter. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to most in the comments down below.